This is part 2 of the history. Due to technical difficulties, part 1 is on another video. So I was talking about getting started. Other influencers, on the other hand, only need their social media accounts and a smartphone. Additionally, influencers usually don't have to spend money on renting office space, since many of them work at home from their own home. So how many of you have seen influencers that work in front of the mirror or do something stupid in their kitchen or put a cucumber behind their cat or scare their girlfriend? Those are all done in their home. They don't have to rent space to do this. It's a really easy way to start up a business. So building a brand. Building a brand is critical for both influencers and entrepreneurs, but they do it in different ways. Entrepreneurs build their brands slowly over time as they create their business. First, they determine what sets their brand apart from others. Then they need to figure out how to communicate that to customers. A lot of brand building happens when the business is in the startup phase. Some of it happens when the product or service hits the marketplace and gets feedback from the consumers. For entrepreneurs, the product or service usually comes first, and the brand comes second. Influencers also develop their brand over time. But because their brand is their personality, it has to be perfected and be appealing to followers for the influencer to be able to make money. Influencers know their personalities are different from how their personalities are different from other influencers. They develop a message to reach and gain followers. They monetize it through partnering with brands. For them, the personal brand comes first, and the service and reaching followers comes second. So when you're watching people on YouTube and they act a certain way, that is what they're selling you. It might start out as their personality, but then they're going to round it out and make it perfect so that they're selling you themselves, their personality, their way of talking, their actions. And a lot of people will mimic those. Their words that they make up or change, their ways of doing things. So making money. Most entrepreneurs make money from their business in a straightforward way. Most businesses sell a product or service for more than it costs them to make, which is their profit. So like, if it cost me 50 cents to make your watch and I charge you $10 for it, then I just made $9.50. Or if I make cookies and it costs me $3 to make those cookies, but I sell them for $1 a piece and I have 24 cookies, I just made $21. So after building up an audience and followers, influencers enter into partnerships with companies or advertisers. The companies pay them to post about their product or service. With social media channels like YouTube or Instagram, influencers can add advertisements to their page, creating another way of making money. Most influencers earn money through a combination of advertisements, company-sponsored posts, and sometimes creating their own brand of products. And of course, they advertise these products on their own social media channels. Okay, so when you watch somebody on social media and they make sure to show you the name of the product they're using, and they talk about the name of the product they're using, or there's a commercial for the product in the middle of their video, they're getting paid for that. That's how they're making their money. So driving the economy. Entrepreneurship, which remember is owning your own business, starting your own business, is a major driver of economic growth. So it's saying it's bringing in a lot of money and helping to keep the economy going. As influencers have grown in number and become more and more popular, it has become clear that they are helping to boost the economy as well. Entrepreneurs drive economic growth in many ways. By fulfilling a need for a good or service, entrepreneurs create new markets and also create competition. For example, Uber was created to fulfill the need of more taxis. So they saw a need. People needed more taxis and they wanted to pay less for the taxis. So that's how we got Uber. So Uber wasn't enough. Lyft saw it and they said, hey, we're going to do that too. And they started to fill that same gap. Soon a number of ride-sharing companies sprang up in this new category. As new companies grow, they can create employment opportunities by hiring more people. Entrepreneurs also encourage innovation, which is clear from the vast number of startups that introduce new technology to the world. Influencers can drive the economy in similar ways. They have created a new market on social media. Their need for professional... Go down to her.
Oh.
This is my granddaughter, Cora, who has come to join our video.
Oh.
And then she's left it. I'll come change it in a minute, sweetie. Their need for professional help as creating content can create employment opportunities, and competition becomes stronger as more people become influencers. Influencers also get followers to join new social media platforms to get access to their content and provide marketing opportunities for companies. As entrepreneurs themselves, influencers create businesses and add a few unique features that continue to boost the economy in a socially connected world. So, like, they help build up different platforms and apps. So when you're watching YouTube and the person in the video says, check me out on Instagram, check my Facebook page, check my Snapchat, or any of the others, or when new ones come out and they're like, hey, check me out on this on TikTok. And so then you go to the new app, you go to the new platform, and you look at their videos there and see if they're different, or to watch it again or in a new way. And so they are helping to build that up. And they get paid for sending you to their TikTok, to their YouTube, and whichever. So your essential questions. Your first question is, what are the key elements of entrepreneurs can leverage to create a successful career? Okay. So this is where we were talking about the advertising and getting paid for advertising and clicking on the links or buying the products that they advertised, things like that. That was what we were talking about. The one I'm looking for is, imagine you wanted to create a business. What business would you consider and what steps would you take to get started? Design a logo for your business. If you're typing this, then you don't have to do the logo unless you want to copy and paste one. Just a minute, sweet baby. So, what business would you consider and what steps would you take to get started? So, think about what type of school-appropriate business you would like to start. I know that one of my students was starting a clothing line. I know that several of you want to be basketball players. So, what type of shoes are you going to sell? Maybe make your own brand of shoes. Some of you like to do your makeup a lot. Make up your own makeup brand. Make up your own clothing line. Make up your own TV show. Make up any type of business or such that you would like to do, and tell me about it. It needs to be about 3 or 4 sentences at least, and tell me about what type of business you would like to start and what you might want to call your business. This is not a right or wrong, just as long as you try and you put some thought into it. And that's it for now, folks.